I started this journey as a concerned mum, but now an accredited classifier and assessor for film and games. I can't classify publications, film and games only, just to clarify that. What happened was my kids are in middle school, high school now, but they were in primary school in government schooling, and for a number of personal reasons I decided to homeschool for a period of time before going, and I found a really good Christian school, which was very hard as a single parent. Not always affordable, but I make it work for them. But so I homeschooled for a few years, couple of years, and while visiting public libraries, they were looking for books, and on full front display, on not your regular shelves, your sex and relationship books. So I had a look, and I thought, wow, am I old-fashioned, or is there something wrong? Because these are, and I asked a lot of people, am I overthinking this? Is this right? Is this wrong? And I was fine, and I was right. No, this is not acceptable. So, I decided to take action, and I prayed to God, and I said, tell me what to do. And God gave me this vision of speaking publicly about pornographic books, and I said, why? The two things, public speaking and pornographic books, are the two hardest things in combination to do. Yeah, I've been travelling around South Australia and now Western Australia talking about pornographic children's books. So that was, on a personal scale, that's the hardest thing to overcome. This presentation will not be sugar-coated. These images can be confronting and may trigger people. Our worldview has been distorted. Over the years, as a society, we have become conditioned to accept conditional changes to our lifestyle, especially to what our children are being exposed to. February in 2023, I gave a deputation speech. So I contacted my local council, and they asked, a deputation speech is when you speak at a public meeting. At my local council, Playford, sex resources for children in our public libraries. My goal was to have these sexual books placed in the parenting collections where children cannot get easy access to them. A month later, I received a memo response regarding my deputation, suggesting that I contact the Public Library Services South Australia. In South Australia, we have a one-card network system that's different to every other state. I'm not sure what happens in Western Australia. I have one library card. I can go to any public library across South Australia, borrow a book, go to any other part of South Australia and return it, and they can transfer between books. So that means one council doesn't control one library, it's all the councils. It makes it a lot harder for council to control. And this is the barrier that trying to understand that. So I contact the Public Library Services, and I also contact the Australian Classification Office, and I was told over the phone that books do not get classified, unlike adult magazines. I wrote to the Public Library Services about my concerns. They hold the position that books should be free from censorship, and when it comes to children, it's the responsibility of the parent. Now, I agree with this, but they shouldn't have books on full front display. I wasn't satisfied. Not satisfied, I took a few of the books to my local police station. And I'll tell you which books they are when I get to the examples. The officer in charge did not know what to do and referred me to Consumer and Business Affairs. I called Consumer and Business Affairs. They didn't know what to do and referred me to the Ombudsman or Legal Services. I called the Classification Board again. They told me to contact the Licensing Enforcement Branch, which is a branch of SAPOL, South Australian Police. The next day, I received an email from the officer in charge telling me to contact my local council. They sent me on one big loop. No one took responsibility. March last year, I gave another deputation speech at Port Adelaide and Enfield Council meeting, sexually explicit books for children in our public libraries. The Friday before I gave my deputation, I received this email.